Welcome back to Fix It with Feng Shui Q&A, where I answer your Feng Shui questions. So I got a great question from one of the viewers. So if you have a question, ask it in the comments below. DM me on Facebook or Instagram, or you can email me, jill@jillathay.com, and I'd love to answer your question on a future episode. Don't be shy. I get asked all sorts of questions. I love answering them, and if it's easy, I'll just answer it in the comments quickly for you, or I will share it on a future episode. Anyways, I got asked to share examples of some of the 5 elements. So in Feng Shui, when we lay the Bagua Map on the main floor footprint of your home, it tells us which part of your home represents what part of your life: abundance, self-discovery, relationships, creativity, wisdom, purpose, assistance, well-being, community, right? And then in these areas, there are certain colors that we add in Feng Shui, and then there are certain elements we add in Feng Shui. So there's actually 5 elements in Feng Shui, and I'm going to share some examples of what you could use in these areas for these elements and what that is, because it's a question that I got asked, and I get asked quite a bit, is what do I use? And so the first thing I always say, and I say this in my Feng Shui in 1, 2, 3 guidebook, I'll put the link for that below, is that you shop your home for the elements specifically, and sometimes even for the colors. The colors I'll talk about in a different episode, but you can definitely use your decor to add these certain elements to each area. So we have wood, water, fire, earth, and metal. Those are elements. So in this episode, I'm going to cover wood and water, and in the next episode, I'll cover the other elements. So when we take a look at the wood element, what is that and where does that go in your home? Well, the wood element is the main element in the abundance area and in the community area. So in the left third of your home from the front door, at the back, and in the middle are those 2 areas. So what could the wood element be? Well, simple. Plants are great wood elements. So you will find when you come in, if you go to my abundance area, I've got plants in there. This is my community area, so it's a great example of showing you the wood element. So I have plants, and if I actually show you here, you can see the wood decor behind there, and then behind me is actually a big wood piece. My desk is wood, so there's lots of wood element in this room, but you can see how I'm using little pieces of decor to add the wood element in as well. So another thing is to get anything with wood, right? So this is a hope sign. This actually sits underneath this table over here. So I've added that in for wood energy, and then even picture frames, right? So get wood picture frames, and you can add that into, this is in the community area because it's a picture of my girls. And so that fits, right? A wood picture frame with a picture of your family in the community area works really well. So you can see how you can use decor to add the element in. Other ways to add in the wood element is to do artwork. So what would that be? Well, artwork of trees, forests, right? Anything wood related. And so that is a great way to add the wood element. So you're looking at plants, wood and decor, artwork of trees and forests is how you add the wood element into a space. The other element in the abundance area, it's actually the building element, is water. Water is also the main element in the purpose area, which is in the front third of your home in the middle. And so what do you use for the water element? Well, mirrors are a great one. I didn't bring one in because that's like big. Water fountains are a great one. So it is something that you want in the purpose area. It's something that you want in the abundance area, and then also in the community area. So water fountain is a great example of a water element. Glass decor represents the water element really well. It doesn't have to be a fancy glass bowl like this. This was my great aunt's, but I store this in my abundance area, right, as the building element in that area. So that's how I do it, is I take a look, and my abundance area is my kitchen. So I'm like, how do I add more wood decor? And then where can I store all of my beautiful glassware? Well, the kitchen's a great place for that. So adding those things in purposely. In my purpose area, I have mirrors in that area to represent the water element. And then you always want a water fountain because it represents flowing money in Feng Shui. So you want that in the abundance area and in the purpose area too, if you can do that. So the water element also is represented by artwork of lakes, oceans, rivers, streams, and then Feng Shui crystals are actually something that represent the water element as well. And I looked around my home for an extra Feng Shui crystal, and like all mine are hung up, and they're hung up too high. But if you Google Feng Shui crystal, they're a multifaceted crystal that are like the disco ball for energy. So they actually represent the water element as well. So you have glass decor, you have mirrors, you have flowing water and fountains. aquarium and fish tanks also represent water, and so you take a look. That's a great one to have in the purpose area as well, as you know, representing the element of water. So you can move things around like that in your home to create the energy needed in the area using the decor that you already have. Like, it's like moving your plants to the abundance area into the community area, right? And then the wood element's actually the building element in the self-discovery area too. So where can you place these plants to actually work for you? Now, plants are interesting because, and it's interesting, I learned this in my class like so many years ago in 2006, and I get asked it all the time is, but aren't they earth energy because of the soil? And plants are actually wood energy, so you can argue that all you want. The pot might be earth energy, but when I'm looking at this, I'm using it as a wood energy cure, okay? So use what you have in your home to add the wood element into the abundance area, to the community area, to the self-discovery area where it is the building element. Use glass decor, Feng Shui crystals, mirrors, aquariums, diffusers, water fountains in the areas where water is the main element, which is the purpose area, that front third of your home in the middle, and then it is the building element in the community area and the abundance area as well. So you can place decor items or artwork in these areas to get the energy flowing. And that's the beauty of Feng Shui is you don't have to go out and do something different. It doesn't have to disrupt the flow of energy in your home and how you want like your decor to look, because you can use the things that you love to add the elements in. And then when I need to boost an area of my life, say I have a new dream, desire, and goal for the abundance area, I will shop my home in other areas for things that are the wood element to bring into that space. I won't necessarily go out and buy something new for that area, but I'll take a look around and go, how can I boost the wood energy in this area right now to, you know, allow for the energy to increase for what I want next to come into my life. And so that's how I use the decor in my home to shift the energy. So take a look, where is the wood energy in your home? Can you shift it into the areas of abundance, of community, of self-discovery? When you are adding any Feng Shui cure, you are placing it with a clear intention in mind of what it is you want to attract into your life, and then you're always doing a show of gratitude, whether it's the Feng Shui blessing of Om Mani Padme Hum, or a prayer, or a thank you that you want to do to complete the process. So take a look, where can you find wood energy in your home? Like for decor, how can you move it into these areas? And then what are you going to do to move the water energy around as well to better support these parts of your life that vibrate with the energy of wood and the water element? If you have questions, be sure to ask below. Watch for the next episode where I take a look and tell you what you can use for the fire element, the earth element, and the element of metal in your home, and where you place those to boost the energy in those parts of your life.